Hi guys, my name is Caprice with Paladro Senior Center, Department of Senior Affairs, and today we're going to go ahead and learn how to make a wreath. A nice, cute, homemade, however you want it wreath. So here's an actual style that I did, and now it's not going to be exactly alike, but this is what we're kind of going for today. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what you need in order to make this wreath. So of course you want to go ahead and start with a wreath, like so. This is a grapevine wreath. This is 18 inches. You can get these at any of the stores. I got this in at Walmart. Hobby Lobby has it, Michael's, any of those fine retailers. Of course, you're gonna need your hot glue gun to go ahead and glue everything on. You're gonna go ahead and need some mini pine cones. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Anywhere is fine, of course, too. We have some cinnamon sticks, of course, to give it that nice fall smell when you're outside. I also have some mini pumpkins. This is what they look like. These are also from Hobby Lobby, so again, you can get whatever colors you want. And then I also got some of these. These are some twigs and everything that are actually gonna go in the wreath. So we're gonna go ahead and start that as well. And then we got some fall leaves, Hobby Lobby. And then of course we cannot forget the bow. This is gonna be what makes it look fantastic, of course. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and start by unwinding all of these wreaths. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unwind these one by one, and then we'll come back and I'll show you exactly what it looks like, okay? All right, everyone. So I separated those fall foliages. Now this is what it's gonna look like. Once you've separated everything from basically like the twig, this is what it looks like. So you're gonna have a bunch of these. In there you have some of these leaves. I separated these as well so we can go ahead and put them into our wreath. And then we have these cute little berries almost looking like. So I'm gonna go ahead and start placing them into my wreath. Now what I do is I go about 3 of these. I just literally pop it right off. And what you're gonna go ahead and do is I like to do it halfway on both sides, just so it looks even like so. If you look right here, there's 2 halves that I kind of went through. And you're just gonna literally start placing them in to the fall wreath. Now the great thing is about this, you can hot glue if you like, if it falls out a lot. I'm not gonna go ahead and do that just because with the grapevines, it just flows right into there and you actually don't have to worry about it falling out. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start separating each one of these, placing them in just like so, you know, however you like. Of course, this is what's great is you're gonna make it however you want. I'm gonna start doing that and then placing some of these berries in and also some of these other berries. And we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And again, you can go ahead and edit it however you want, but we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like, okay? All right, guys, so here is what we have so far from my end. Don't worry about the messiness right now. Of course, we'll go edit it and change what we like, but this is kind of what you want it to look like in a sense. Now I didn't put all of it so far. What I like to do is I like to save some of it at least. I saved one of these berries and then one of these as well, just so we can go ahead and kind of put it at the end. I don't like to put everything right away because of course at times you may change your mind, which I have done, and kind of replace everything. So since we have this right in the middle, what I like to go ahead and do now is we're gonna go ahead and start putting our leaves on the wreath. So of course we got these at Hobby Lobby. You'll just pull some out. What I like to do is spread them out just because there are different colors in here. So I just kind of spread them out just to see what I'm kind of in a sense working with. And then I'm gonna pull some of these out as well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a color. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick this one right here. And I am just gonna go ahead and put it on this brown leaf right here. So how I hot glue, this is when you're gonna start using your hot glue. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use 3 of these leaves. I'm gonna make them look just like this and then place my pumpkin right on top, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you and then we're gonna do it together. So I'm gonna grab my hot glue and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and do it as well like this, how it's kind of popping out on the outsides rather than the in. So you're gonna go ahead and place it like so. This one is gonna be right on top for me, right in the middle. So I'm just gonna hot glue some right here onto the twigs and I'm just gonna place it right on top. Now be careful, of course, when placing these because hot glue does burn. So be careful, okay? And you're just gonna go ahead and leave it Once it's on there, I would say you're gonna be able to feel it. It's still a little warm, so don't worry. I'm gonna place another glue right on the leaf this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it like so on top, and just put this one right in the middle. There we go. And then you're gonna repeat the same exact step, put it right on top, hot glue. And then I'm gonna place this one right on the end. There we go. Just gonna let it dry just a little bit before you start placing everything else. And if you need, this is where the scissors come in hand a little bit as well. You could just kind of place it on top a little bit, push it in, just to make sure it's grabbing onto the actual twig wreath. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my little pumpkin, and I am just gonna put it right in the middle like so. So it's gonna look like that. You wanna be pretty generous because I like to make sure everything is nice and super glued on. And I'm just gonna hold everything down. And don't worry as well with these wreaths that have all the olive branches and everything, you are gonna get a lot of it to kind of fall down, so don't freak out. It's okay if you break, some branches, it's totally fine. Okay. And you're just gonna let it dry, and then you're gonna go ahead and start placing them however you want around the wreath. Now keep in mind we are placing a bow on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up this bow and just put it for placement. I'm not gonna super glue it on just yet, just so I kind of know what I'm working with. But we're gonna go ahead and come back, and then I'll show you exactly how it looks with all of my pumpkins on there, including with the leaves, okay? All right, everyone, so I placed my pumpkins, including with the leaves, onto my wreath. So I'm gonna show you what mine looks like so far. So this is what it's gonna go ahead and look like. So far, some may not stick right away, but it's okay. We can always, of course, put them back on with our hot glue. So this is just what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting pine cones on this wreath, just kind of separating it. And again, I do have that blank space on the bottom of my wreath. Don't forget, for my bow. So that's where I kind of just left it, and I started going around. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my mini pine cones like so. And then what I do is I grab the hot glue, and then I place it right on the bottom. Just enough, of course, to cover everything. And then you could just start placing them wherever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and place mine right by the pumpkins and right on the leaves. So we're gonna go ahead and place that, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how it looks from there, okay? All right, everyone, so I did place some of the mini pine cones all over my wreath. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. This is what it's gonna look like. Now, again, I don't put a lot. You could always add some more at the end, just kind of in those spaces that you feel like. I'd kind of just go with it and then add any extra at the end. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is add some of these cinnamon sticks. I love these because it even gives more of the fall vibes, and also too, it gives that nice cinnamon smell. So even when people walk into your house, let's say if you have it in the house or outside, you could smell it as you walk in. So what I do is I just grab one of these cinnamon sticks, and you could just place it wherever you want. Again, I just kind of do it more in the middle, kind of hiding a little bit. I place the hot glue on, and then I'm gonna place it under my leaf, just to give it that look, so it pops out just enough, but is not covering. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my cinnamon sticks all around, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what the next step is. All right, everyone, so I did place 2 cinnamon sticks inside of my wreath. You could go ahead and see where they're at. I placed one right here and one right here. I like to kind of make them even as far as colors, as far as all the decorations I'm putting. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my bow, of course. So this is what my bow looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and super glue it onto my wreath on the bottom. And then once I super glue it, I'm going to go ahead and fill any dead spaces that I feel like need any decorations. And then we'll go ahead and come and show you the final product. All right, everyone, so here is my final look right over here to my left. Now you did see that I did add more pine cones. I added some more cinnamon sticks on the end, and I also added a pine cone right in the middle just to give it more of those fall look. Now, of course, this one is different than this one, so there, again, you can do however you please, whatever you like. So I do have some extra, so you always can make more fall wreaths or you can make some more fall decorations, but this is my final look. I hope you guys liked this little tutorial on how to make a wreath, and thank you guys so much for tuning in throughout all of this COVID, and of course, always at Apollo Durrell, we miss you and you have a great day.